Hello, everybody. Well, the power, the power isn't out. The internet is currently out. Having a huge outage with Comcast. Not sure what the heck's going on there. Honestly, a lot of people hate Comcast, and I'm not like a huge fan of them or anything. But we've been a somewhat loyal customer of theirs for a while now because honestly, uh, save for like a few outages that last anywhere from a few seconds to maybe an hour or two. We haven't had any major like day long or even week long outages, which is something that we used to get a lot with Verizon. So, you know, it was either the big two were like Verizon and Comcast. So Verizon kept screwing with us, and Comcast, well, for the most part, they treat us right. Granted, we have to pay out the ass for that, but, I get some pretty damn good internet access from them. So, when it comes to like, oh, there's an outage, oh no, I'm just like, well, could be worse. But since there's an outage, I figured I'd take this time to get some more of these videos out of the way. But first, I'm going to talk about some of the DVDs that I completely forgot about that were like strewn around my room somewhere, and I just didn't even realize. Sorry, I'm not even talking to the camera. Didn't even realize I'm looking around my room right now. Like, is there something over there that I forgot about? I think I've got everything. I think. I think I've got everything. But regardless, these are at least a few of the DVD titles that I forgot to mention that in the past few videos, that I actually do own and just haven't, I just forgot that they were there. They were just in a different part of my room, so I didn't remember. Anyways, in no particular order this time around, toys. After Robin Williams passed away, sadly, recently, I went and I was looking online for a copy of this because it was one of my favorite movies of his when I was a kid. Really disturbing movie, granted, but it was still one of my favorites. Because it was kind of creepy, kind of weird, and there was this scene. There's a scene in the movie where his character's father passes away, and he puts a can of laughter toy in the thing in the casket with his father, and the thing lasts throughout the entire movie, and at the end of the movie you can still hear it laughing underground. So I thought to myself, that would be something I would expect at Robin Williams' funeral. But regardless, sadly, when I went to look for this online on Amazon and whatnot, they really didn't have any copies for a decent price. In fact, like the lowest price I saw was for like 15 or 20 bucks or something like that. I was like, oh crap, it's out of print. Lo and behold, as I'm in Best Buy a week or two later, I am digging around the $5 bin, and guess what I find in the $5 bin? Toys on DVD. So now I own it. I wish they would put it on Blu-ray. What are you going to do? Next up. Sorry. Flight of the Navigator. Graciously donated to me by someone on the subreddit forum Random Acts of Amazon, which you should totally check out. Flight of the Navigator is a great movie from when I was a kid. One of those things that I'm nostalgic for. Looking back on, it's like maybe it wasn't that great, but I still loved it. And so, yeah, I mean, everyone's got to have Flight of the Navigator. That's what the guy told me when he sent it to me. He's like, everyone's got to have Flight of the Navigator. Next up is one I watched this year for Halloween, when I watch pretty much every Halloween. One of my favorite Halloween movies, even though it's stupid and just Space Invaders. I watched this and Killer Clowns from Outer Space, because in both movies, Royal Dano pretty much plays the exact same fucking character. He's an old, crotchety farmer with a dog in both movies. So it kind of feels like there's, a connection between the two movies. And this one is pretty funny because a bunch of Martians from outer space actually, they think that the it's Halloween night, and they're playing the on the radio in this town. They're playing the Orson Welles telling of War of the Worlds on the radio, and the Martians mistake that for like an actual war cry from their people, and so they come down to help their people take over the world, and quickly realize it was a mistake. So, yeah. Pretty, I don't know if I would say it's as funny as it was when I was a kid, but it's definitely got that charm to it that I remember from when I was a kid. I recommend this to anybody who likes Killer Clowns, has never seen that, and wants to check out what Royal Dano is like in this one. And, well, anyone who wants to see a quirky, interesting little Halloween movie that most people don't know about or remember. And then finally, of the movies that I completely forgot, this isn't really a movie, this is a set of movies. The Alfred Hitchcock set from Mill Creek, which contains 20 movies. Well, they say 20 movies, but it's really like 15 movies and a bunch of 30-minute shorts that he did that are also in the public domain. But I watched a couple of these, and the one that really struck me as being fantastic, aside from The Lodger, which is granted a very good movie, and they recently released a nice Blu-ray of it in the UK that I want to pick up. The one that really stood out to me as something that was special and interesting and like different for Hitchcock and yet really fucking good and the sign of what was to come was I'm looking for it now. Where is Champagne? There it is, Champagne. I'm like, where is it? Where is Champagne? Ah, it's right there. Yes. A 1928 movie. This was around the time of the great crash of Wall Street and the Great Depression, and the story of Champagne is essentially one where there's a daughter of a rich man on Wall Street, essentially, and the daughter goes and does all these extravagant things just because she can, and her father ends up deciding that he's going to teach her a lesson by tricking her into thinking that they are poor and that they've lost all their money and that they have to live life the way that normal people do. And it's quite an interesting tale. It's quite an interesting movie, and it has some really amazing cinematography in it for that time, for that era, and I absolutely loved that movie. It's a silent movie, but with the all the commentary there was for about what was going on at that time in terms of what the wealthy were doing with their money, and just what it was like to live during the time of the Great Depression. I thought it was freaking brilliant and perfectly timed. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I'm pretty sure you can find a public domain copy of Champagne somewhere online, and public domain, of course, it's legal, it's free. So it's a 1928 movie. You're not going to get anybody complaining that you're watching a movie from 70 years ago that nobody remembers and is in the public domain. So, yeah, I recommend that one. Anyway, that would be it. As you can see, it comes in the standard DVD case that the Mill Creek releases come in. So, to my knowledge, that's the only DVD that I'm forgetting. But there might be another one somewhere that I'm still forgetting. I'll let you know, but I don't think there is. Anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and move on now to the TV on DVD sets. I've done everything else. It's time to go on to TV on DVD. And I do need to get these out of the way because I'm kind of, as I'm doing these, I'm reorganizing everything on the shelves that I have. And so I'm like, this is the shelf that I want to put all of my DVDs on, my movie DVDs, currently being half possessed by TV on DVD that I'm going to put somewhere else. So it's becoming a bit of an issue waiting to get all this organization done. So it's time to get that out of the way. I guess it's kind of a hidden blessing in disguise that the internet went out. But anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Peace.